Against big Frank the Tank Melson, the 350-pounder from Union, Illinois. Both wrestlers from the Corn Belt, and it's some corn-fed beef in the ring right now. And there's something you don't see too often in the sport of professional wrestling. A handshake at the beginning. This is the first time that Gentleman Jody Dakota and Frank the Tank Melson have met. They're going to feel each other out here, and this should be a good one. Both fan favorites. Just take a look at them. You can guess we have two different styles going in the ring. Gentleman Jody Dakota comes out of a bodybuilding background. He was Mr. Iowa this year, 1989, from Sioux City in the far western part of the state. And Frank the Tank Melson, although he's not going to win any bodybuilding awards, is one heck of a wrestler. He has been in there against the toughest in the business. He has taken on Abdullah the Butcher. He has taken on Colonel De Beers. He has had his shot at Mr. Electricity Steve Regal, and the list goes on and on. Gentleman Jody Dakota could chalk up a big, big victory by defeating Frank the Tank Nelson. And look at the strength of this guy and the quickness. Frank the Tank's going to have to rely on superior size, because I think that the strength and quickness advantage is obviously going to go to Gentleman Jody Dakota. Frank the Tank showing some respect for that as he gets up and says, good move, son. But I'll tell you what, congratulating each other isn't going to win you a wrestling match. And these guys may be friendly in terms of philosophy. Oh my, look at the strength of this guy. He just picked up 350 pounds and slung him around like he was nothing. This is interesting. This is really a contrast. Very interested to see what will happen as a result of this match, and the fans at ringside are kind of quiet in anticipation. They don't quite know what to make of this. But I think that as the buzz starts to spread through the crowd after that impressive move by Jody Dakota, fans are anxious to see what this guy can do. We know what Frank the Tank can do. He's taken on all comers. This is our first look at Gentleman Jody Dakota, Mr. Iowa, 1989. Did a little bit of posing when he came into the ring, but posing doesn't win you wrestling matches. Frank the Tank could care less. And right now, Frank the Tank has Gentleman Jody in a bad spot. 350 pounds down on top of him and wrenching his neck with a very powerful side headlock. Frank the Tank, while he doesn't have the obvious body definition of Gentleman Jody Dakota, is a powerhouse. We have seen him do feats of strength before. The Tank into the ropes. Oh, and Gentleman Jody Dakota way up in the air with a drop kick. Boy, you got to be impressed with this kid. And now he goes around for a full Nelson. Can he get it? Frank the Tank might be too big. I don't know if he can lock the hands. He doesn't. Frank the Tank unable to. Now he's able to go behind and put the full Nelson on, and this will be a test of strength. Jody Dakota looks like he can break it, but Frank the Tank is just a little bit too wide across the backside, and Jody cannot come up with a completion of that full Nelson, and Frank the Tank rolls him down. Good match. Hope you're enjoying it on WCW Windy City Wrestling. Both men circling each other. They've each taken a test of each other. They've each tasted what the other can give, and good quickness by Frank the Tank. Gentleman Jody outside the ring, and a look of respect flashes across the face of Jody Dakota. Gentleman Jody Dakota from Sioux City, Iowa. Sioux City, of course, just across the state line from South Dakota. Gentleman Jody Dakota from Sioux City, Iowa. Frank the Tank Melson from Union, Illinois. Longtime favorite here on WCW Windy City Wrestling. Gentleman Jody with a couple of knees to the midsection. Oh my, look at the ring move. As big Frank the Tank, all 350 plus pounds of him, hits the turnbuckle and now a whip into the ropes. But he hangs on. And Gentleman Jody Dakota found nobody home for that drop kick and came back, and it looks like he snapped his neck a little bit. He is. Oh, did you see it? Frank the Tank Melson with a 350-pound drop kick, and the crowd is in awe. Frank the Tank rolls him over. He's got him. 1, 2, 3. And Frank the Tank Melson with a very impressive victory over gentleman Jody Dakota right here.
course, Eddie Gilbert now with his Russian and his Mongolian. And those Blade Runners, where he found them, they're not booked here today. But gee, what an awesome team. Oh, this is a big, strong kid, Joel. I've been impressed by him.
I tell you, I think Peterson and Sawyer have a lot of potential together as a tag team because Peterson's your big heavy hitter. He's real powerful, like you said, and Sawyer we've all seen is just has a tremendous quickness and explosion. And right off the bat in the match, he hit 4 drop kicks that were just bang, 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 and he put Sean O'Reilly and Gustavo Mendoza on the defensive right off the bat. Now Sean O'Reilly, and he is going to match Dave Peterson size for size and possibly even strength for strength. O'Reilly's a kid I think has a lot of potential also. Sawyer high off that second rope, and he just clobbers the elbow, bend it back against the joint of Sean O'Reilly.
Oh, the maneuver Lou Thez made popular, the high-flying body press. And Peterson and Sawyer claim a victory here on Mid-South. We'll be back.
I want all you people to know that Steve Williams, he was a Rookie of the Year, the best upcoming star, or whatever you want to call him. I, right now, officially am taking Rob Ricksteiner under my wing, and when Terry Taylor gets out here, we're going to start. This guy here has a lot of guts, and officially now, he's under my wing. There you have it. His opponent now entering the ring from Vero Beach, Florida, at 232 pounds, Terry Taylor. This match, 1 fall or 10-minute time limit.
Well, you can certainly see who the fans are behind, Joel, but this is a strange development here that Rob Ricksteiner, a former All-American in Michigan, is now under the tutelage of Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. And Terry, you better have eyes in the back of your head's all I can say. Because also down deep in that association with Buzz Sawyer is Dick Slater. And it wouldn't surprise me if Mr. Unpredictable is a little concerned about the pressure Terry Taylor's putting on him for that North American title. And he would like to plot something to get Terry Taylor out of the picture. And certainly Dark Journey has made it rather apparent that she is totally enamored with Dick Slater because he is the champion. I don't know if that could ever create a problem if he lost that title. But Dick Slater has certainly developed a way to kind of control the tempo of things by creating problems for the contenders that he's to face. That Ricksteiner is powerful. I understand he does behind the neck presses with 315, and he does 5 and 6 sets sitting at one time. His deltoid development's awesome. But Terry Taylor, I want to tell you, don't ever think that just muscles is what it's all about in that ring. It's great to have him, but that leverage, as you saw him turn that move into a backslide and get Ricksteiner in a predicament. Terry Taylor is a master at quickness, explosiveness, and turning a guy's power 180 degrees the other way, which is so important. It's leverage. And Terry, the #1 contender, and he's had to fight and battle to get there. He's a former North American champion, former TV champion. He knows he's in a tough one. Ricksteiner's pressed him. Look at this man. He has just pressed Terry Taylor up there and body slammed him down from about 7 or 8 feet in the air. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, that is painful. And Terry Taylor barely survived being upset in this man's debut with Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer as his mentor. And Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, the man who hates Hacksaw Jim Duggan, certainly cheering Ricksteiner on.
And not to take anything away from Terry Taylor, but Rob Ricksteiner is really looking good so far in this match. He and Buzz Sawyer have a lot in common, though. They're similar athletes in size and frame and strength and quickness. Sawyer, of course, with the edge and experience. Oh, man, Taylor with a nice vertical back suplex. It's like he's turning the tide on Rob Ricksteiner as he goes for a snap mare. Taylor coming off those ropes. Looked like he was going to set for the knee, and yes, he does. Hard knee to the head.
Well, I think it took Terry a while to get his game plan going, because when you walk in the ring and all of a sudden face a new situation, that Ricksteiner's under the tutelage of Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, that was a surprise, and I think Terry was really kind of off his balance, and he's having to watch for Buzz Sawyer too. But there he got it!
Yeah.
the 5-iron, and Terry Taylor shows you why he's #1 as a contender for the North American title and #1 in the hearts of those ladies and those fans. Look at that crowd as they pick it up for Terry Taylor.
Hey, I think I'm going to ask those guys back real soon. Tully's up next, and he's...
Big East German Karl Steiner.